Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our channel. As always, it's me, Ivan, and today we're looking at something a bit different. This time it's a Sea-Gull watch from their Edge series, and it features a full skeleton design. It's also a pretty big piece, which I suspect is the main reason why almost nobody has reviewed it yet, despite the fact that it's been out for quite a while. So if you're one of those people who recently left me a comment saying that 38mm watches are just too small for your wrist, then you'll definitely want to stick around until the end of this video. You know, lately we've been seeing less and less large watches. Most brands are safely betting on designs that are in the 38 to 40mm range when it comes to case diameter, so as a person who prefers bigger watches, I'm quite excited that Sea-Gull sent this one for me to check it out. Guys, keep in mind that on the official website and the AliExpress store it's listed as having a 42mm case diameter, but that's actually a mistake which I've already informed them about. In reality, the 12-sided bezel measures 41mm, but the actual case diameter is 44, which is definitely on the large side compared to most watches I've reviewed recently. Then the lug-to-lug is also substantial at 53mm, and if you include the end links, it stretches out to about 57. Thickness comes in at 13 and finally is sized for my 17cm or 6.7 inch wrist. The weight is 182 grams. Now, I know these dimensions sound scary, and honestly they kind of are. In fact, I wouldn't recommend this watch to anyone with a smaller wrist than mine. But hey, if you can pull it off, this thing has some incredible wrist presence and you would absolutely enjoy wearing it. It's comfortable, the weight is well distributed, and I really like how it looks on my average size wrist, despite what some of you might say in the comments. I'm going to assume that since you're still watching, it means you've got the wrist for it, so let's continue with the design and build quality. Design-wise, I think it's pretty clear that this is a Genta-inspired piece, and judging by the overall appearance, I would say it's homaging the Royal Oak skeleton. However, if you take a closer look, you'll notice that there are actually more differences than similarities, so it's far from being a straight-up copy. For instance, the bezel here is 12-sided, while the AP has the classic octagonal shape. The case and bracelet designs are also quite different, and the Sea-Gull includes crown guards, which you won't find on the Royal Oak. Overall, I think Sea-Gull has done a pretty good job here, and if you're looking for something with strong AP vibes, but that doesn't look too similar at the same time, then this is definitely a piece worth considering. Moving on to the bracelet. Guys, I think the best way to describe it is simply to say that it's massive. The links are 4mm thick, which makes this easily the chunkiest bracelet I've ever seen on a watch, and I'm actually saying that in a positive way. But then again, as I've already mentioned, I like bigger watches, so it's perfectly fine if you don't agree with me. As for the build quality, it's very solid. The links are joined together with push pins, and you get a standard butterfly clasp. Basically, I love this H-link bracelet. It matches the case perfectly, and it suits the overall bolt design. However, there is one potential issue that some of you might experience. It doesn't come with half links, and because of that, I'm actually forced to wear it a bit looser than I normally would. The good news is that even like this, it's still comfortable, mainly because there are no sharp edges anywhere. Next, let's take a closer look at the dial. I believe this is the part that will probably split opinions the most, simply because skeletonized dials are something that not many people are attracted to, as they always come with a trade-off, and that trade-off is legibility. Personally, I like to have at least one skeleton watch in my collection, because I find it fascinating to be able to see all the parts and how they work together. So if you're like me and you enjoy taking a peek at the mainspring and the barrel, the escapement and the balance wheel, then I can easily recommend this one to you. And yes, reading the time does take a moment longer compared to a more traditional DAO design, but it's not as bad as you might expect, thanks to the black mini track that helps frame everything quite nicely. But I'm curious, what do you guys think about skeletonized dials? Do you find them cool and interesting, or just too impractical for everyday use? Let me know in the comments. Alright, it's time to mention the movement. Inside this model, you'll find Sea-Gull's in-house caliber ST2502K. This is actually my first experience with it, so I can't tell you too much as I haven't had it long enough. But from what I could find, it's a 3 Hz movement with 25 joules, a power reserve of around 45 hours, and a unidirectional rotor. As for accuracy, I couldn't find any official specs, but from my own testing, fully wound and dial up, it's running at just about 5 seconds fast per day, with a beat error of 0.5 milliseconds, which of course I find pretty impressive. When it comes to reliability, again, I can't really say much at this point, but being a Sea-Gull movement, I expect it to be quite durable in the long run. Guys, that's pretty much all there is to know about this watch. It's well built, nicely finished. The movement, as we just saw, seems very promising, and it's a great looking piece. Subjectively speaking, of course, because once again, I'm fully aware that skeleton watches aren't for everyone. As for negatives, there really isn't much to complain about, except that I do wish it came with at least one half-link so I could fine-tune the fit a bit better. And on a less important note, I also would have appreciated a bit more water resistance than 50 meters, but since I never really use my watches in water, I can live with that. And yeah, that's it. Overall, I'm quite impressed. It's a solid piece all around that's definitely going to turn some heads. The price, as you saw at the very beginning, is $347 US, which seems fair to me. On AliExpress it's listed a bit higher, but with the usual coupons you end up paying about the same, or even less if you wait for one of the big AliExpress sales. So if the price is a bit of a concern, you may want to keep it in your cart for a while. Thank you for watching, everyone. I really appreciate you staying until the end. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to tell me what you think about this Sea-Gull in the comments below, and if you're in the mood to check out some of their more compact models, take a look at these 2 videos that are appearing on your screen right now. Take care, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.